All right, everyone, it is day 53 of the 95 days of award season posts, and we're moving right along through the Razzies dozen with day 7. As always, I am your host, Cinephile Mike, and today I am chatting about Sean McNamara's The King's Daughter. Now, this film is nominated for 3 Razzies: Worst Picture, Worst Actress for Kaya Scodelario, and Worst Supporting Actress for Bing Bing Fan. Now, honestly, a tough year for Fan, as she is nominated in this category for both this film and the film I reviewed earlier in this series, The 355. But I'll get to the nomination shortly. But first, let's talk about the film. Now, The King's Daughter tells the story of King Louis XIV of France. In his royal palace of Versailles, we learn that the king's men have captured a mermaid that has healing powers, and he intends to use these to give him never-ending life, so that he will always be able to rule. Additionally, this is the time that he has decided that his daughter, Marie Joseph, who was sent to an orphanage to be raised by nuns since birth, that she be brought back to the palace in hopes of creating a relationship, and also because he learned she has become a skilled musician and he is a lover of music. So his daughter is brought to the court of Versailles, but she's not quite sure why she's brought there, and the king demands that his followers never reveal that Marie Joseph is his daughter. Although very quickly he actually reveals that fact to her, so not sure why they tried to play that off. But Marie Joseph, happy to be reunited with her father, begins her life in court. She very quickly falls in love with the king's captain, Yves Delacroix. Marie Joseph is living her life, playing her music, making friends, falling in love, and then she falls off her horse. Quite literally. Going out for a ride, she falls off her horse, breaks her arm, and is told that it's to be amputated. But before they do that, Yves takes Marie Joseph to the mermaid to heal her. After healed, Marie Joseph develops a bond with the captured mermaid. Now, when she approaches her father, she believes that her father is going to use the powers to help the people, and then she hopes that he will let the mermaid go. But then she's going to learn quite quickly that the king plans to execute the mermaid in order to fully absorb all of her powers and just for himself. Now, this may sound like I've given the whole plot here, but this is just the catalyst in the rising action, because then, armed with the power of right, her love for the mermaid, and Yves by her side, Marie Joseph will set off to be the savior. And that is the journey that we will follow. Does she follow what is right and in her heart, or does she become the king's daughter? So basically, this film is like a poor man's Stardust, the fantasy tale from 2007, which handled the elements of fantasy and humor better than this film is able to accomplish. The actors unfortunately don't seem to know what kind of film they're in, and as a result, the performance get a little muddied down with a paper-thin plot that is predictable from the get-go. However, the film is rated PG, so it might be a good distraction for a younger audience, such as 2004's Ella Enchanted. It's a cute film. It's not great. It has some cute moments. Now let's talk about these nominations. I wholeheartedly agree with 2 of them. The King's Daughter is probably one of the worst films I've seen this year, or I should say, of 2022. 2023 is just starting. And also, Kaya Scodelario, as the lead of this film, doesn't quite carry it. The one that I'm surprised about, though, is Bing Bing Fan. As the mermaid, she is CGI'd to the point of unrecognizable and has no verbal dialogue. She swims and makes facial expressions to communicate her feelings, so I'm not sure why we would go to a worst supporting actress. There's nothing to judge here. They could have left the 2 alone and maybe even gone for some of the other performances. I mean, Powerhouse's Pierce Brosnan and William Hurt almost seem lost. They don't know what's going on. But Due to the beautiful production design and the costumes of invoking the 17th century French aristocracy and royalty of Versailles, I give the film a 2 out of 5 stars. Not atrocious, not great. And obviously everyone is entitled to their opinion. So if you are interested in catching The King's Daughter as of this post, you can stream it on Freevee if you're willing to watch it with the commercials as I did, or you can rent or buy it on most digital platforms. See everybody tomorrow for day 54 of the 95 Days of Award Season posts as we move towards the end of the Razzies dozen. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.